friends, my name is Tanmay Jadhav and you are watching my YouTube channel. So today in this session, I will particularly talk about chemistry third chapter, atoms and molecules. So let's start today's session with full energy. Ancient Indian and Greek philosophers always wondered about the unknown and unseen form of matter. Yes, students. In ancient period, we human beings were not able to know what are called matters. But around 500 BC, the things began to improve. We came to know that there is something which we can call matter. Yes, there is something which we can call matter. And we also come to know that we can divide this matter into various forms. One Indian philosopher, Maharishi Kannad, he said that matters are very smaller particles and we can divide these small particles into various forms. But a stage will arise where this division or classification of matter will not be possible. That scientist name was Maharishi Kannad. What he said? He said that matter are very smaller particles. Matter are very smaller particles and we can divide it. Suppose this is a matter. I can divide this matter into various forms. Yes, into various forms. But a stage will arise. A stage will arise where the division of matter will not be possible. Will not be possible. And this division of matter converted into this small particle of matter. And a stage will arise where this division of matter will not be possible. Maharishi Kannad was Indian philosopher and he said that matter are very smaller particles and we can divide it, but a stage will arise where this division of matter will not be possible. Another scientist whose name was Pakuda Katayama, he said that matter exists in a combined form. Another scientist was there, Pakuda Katayama. Here is double YA, okay? So please remember this spelling. What he said? Matter exists in a combined form. Combined form. Pakuda Katayama said that matter exists in a combined form. Means this is, suppose this is a matter, so it exists in a combined form. Yes, this combined form. Pakuda Katayama said that matter exists in a combined form. Third scientist, Democritus and Leucippus, both said that matter are very smaller particles and we can divide these smaller particles. Same like Maharishi Kannad only, but they given this smaller particle name as atom. Third scientist name was Democritus and Leucippus. Leucippus. They both state that matter are very small particles. Matter are very smaller particles. And we can divide it. And we can divide it. Same like Maharishi Kannad only, but they both given this smaller particle name as atom, but they gave a name called atom. So this smaller particle name, atom name, was given by both Democritus and Leucippus. So what are atoms? Atoms are very smaller particles which are indivisible. Means we can not divide that particles of matter, or they are the very smallest unit of matter. So now students, we are going to study laws of chemical combination. There are two important laws. One is law of conservation of mass and second is law of constant proportion or definite proportion. Both these laws were given by Antoine and Lavoisier, who is the father of modern chemistry. So let's study law of conservation of mass. So now students, on your screen you are able to see one activity. This activity is related to law of conservation of mass. So there are two columns, X and Y. In X column there is copper sulfate of 1.25 G, barium chloride of 1.22 G, lead nitrate of 2.07 G, and in Y column there is sodium carbonate of 1.43 G, sodium sulfate means Na2SO4 of 1.53 G, sodium chloride of 1.17 G, here G refers to gram. Then prepare separately a 5% solution of any one pair of substances listed under X and Y, each in 10 ml in water. Each in 10 ml in water. Then take a little amount of solution of Y in a conical flux and some solution of X in an ignition tube. Means you can take copper sulfate and sodium sulfate also, or lead nitrate and sodium carbonate also. Then hang the ignition tube in the flux carefully. See, refer figure 3.1, ignition tube containing solution of X. Okay. See that the solutions do not get mixed. Hang or put a cork on the flux. Then weight it. Weight means measure it. Okay. What happens in the reaction flux? Do you think that a chemical reaction has taken place? Does the mass of the flux and its contents change? Does it change, students? No, it is not change. So by this activity we can come to conclusion that in a chemical reaction mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. So here I will write in any chemical reaction, mass can neither be created, nor be destroyed. Yes, in law of conservation of mass states that in any chemical reaction mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. it is not possible or it is impossible to create mass or to destroy mass. In any chemical reaction, mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. So now students, we are going to study second law of chemical combination, which is law of constant proportion or definite proportion. So see, in any compound like H2O, its H2O, okay, its ratio will always equals to 1:8. H2O is water. Its ratio will always equals to 1:8. In any H2O, its ratio will always equals to 1:8. So by this we can conclude that in any chemical substances, the elements are present in a definite proportion by mass. Okay. Law of constant proportion or definite proportion states that in any chemical substance, the elements are always present in a definite proportion or fixed proportion by mass. So I have explained you law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion. Again, these two laws were given by Antoine L. Lavoisier. Law of conservation of mass states that in any chemical reaction, mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. It is as impossible to create mass or to destroy any mass. Law of constant proportion states that in any chemical substances, the elements are present in a definite proportion or fixed proportion by mass. So thank you so much students for watching today's lecture and have a great day ahead. Bye.